My name is Jean Marie. I'm a clinical team leader with Hospice of the Western Reserve at the Mentor site, actually where it all started more than 30 years ago. Our headquarters was located here in Mentor. I'm here to tell you why I work for Hospice of the Western Reserve and what it means to me. Many years ago, 30 years ago, my mom was a recipient of hospice care, and she was allowed to stay home, her expressed wish, because we had support from hospice. My mom would tell us that she did not want to take the last ride. That meant she was looking back at our home, the home that my father and my uncle built, for her last time. She didn't want any more treatments. She didn't want any more procedures. She just wanted to stay home with her family. Hospice allowed her to do that. Her mother was present at her side, my sister, myself, my father. We were able to make that wish come true. At 26 years old, and not educated except for high school, I made a vow that I would repay hospice for the care that they provided to my mother and my family. Didn't know how I was going to do it, but I did do it. And here I sit with my best friend, childhood friends. We became nurses and we became clinical team leaders to make sure that everybody was allowed to have this level of care because it's so important to us. We help patients and families identify what it means to them, what brings joy to this day, what do you want, is there anything you're afraid of. We're there to calm, we're there to educate, we're there to provide comfort, we're there to help you make that journey as far as we are able to walk with you. We do, and then we allow you to move on into your next life. I'm very honored to be allowed to do this work. I'm very honored to be allowed to do it with my best friend. Every day, it brings me joy every day, supporting the grief, understanding the grief from my view, having lived it in my world, and being able to help it be a bit easier, if at all possible, for those that are experiencing it today.
And I'll jump on by saying I'm Kat, and I'm a clinical team leader as well here in the Mentor site. I too feel very honored and privileged, and also feel a direct connection for all that has been given to myself and my family, and telling you the story of Hospice House on East 185th Street. It's like a spider web. We're all connected, and we all our goal is to provide that quality care, end-of-life care, listening to the hearts of our patients, the caregivers, the families, the facilities. We listen intently so that we can provide the utmost respect. And with that being said, also, my father was at Hospice House for 55 minutes. He was transferred from, at that time, Lake East Hospital, and went to Hospice House. And it was an amazing sight to see. And I worked at Hospice House as a nurse, but to go back as a daughter and watch how they work was incredible. I was in awe. I could hardly talk to see where the assessment nurse was ready to go. The whole team was ready to go when Dad got there, and how they touched him, how they honored his journey. There were many family members in the atrium. The physicians came and greeted them, and it was an amazing testimony of the work that is done at Hospice House. And then secondly, the next journey was Mom. And Mom, she wanted to stay at home and finish her life in her home and in her bedroom, and she got that final wish. And she took us for a long haul a little bit. Like Jean says, we had to tweak up the Ativan and get her more comfortable. But I think the hardest part was, if ever you're a clinician or you work in a hospice setting and you're the daughter or the son, family member, you have to work very hard to be that daughter, allowing yourself to grieve, allowing yourself that it's okay that you don't know everything. It's okay to ask for help. and lean on your resources.
And your friends, because
Yeah.
if one daughter can't give the morphine and the Ativan, the other daughter can.
That's right. And then my husband Jim also helped, and family helped too, at the bedside. And she was visited by multiple grandchildren, and her legacy went on. But it was an incredible hospice experience. Many have talked about it as far as coming to visit her, and the lighting was low, the smell of lavender, the repositioning, the permission to touch at the bedside. One of the things that my mom taught and said was that it's very precious and an honor to be at the bedside of the dying, and to take it with such, it is such an honor to move slow, and to go to the cadence of the breathing, of the patient, and just being very mindful not to rush, but gently touch. And she was a wonderful teacher, right there, right to the end. And it was pretty incredible also to have her son-in-law watch him as he learned hospice and learned how to take care of her.
But we kept life at death as well,
Yeah.
with music and wonderful food,
Yeah.
and people coming and going. And we also had noise with our quiet times. We brought life with the death, and such it is.
Yes, and even she died, we had Thanksgiving, although Jean forgot to put the sugar in the pumpkin pie. We had we had life at the table, and we clinked the glasses, and we turned up the volume of the music and sang to her in the hallway, and so she could smell those things, and she could know that her children are going to be okay, that we can move on knowing that she is comfortable and resting. So all in all our experiences, extremely grateful, very grateful to continue to learn and walk this journey called Hospice of the Western Reserve and our mission. We try very hard to look at it, measure it, and fulfill it.
Love you, Mom. Love you, Dad.
Love you, Jacob.